Hey guys, welcome back to my next book preview video. This week we have The World of Mucha, A Journey to Two Fairylands, Paris and Czech. So a quick look at the front and back there. You might have noticed straight away, this one is a very thick book. We'll take a look at the page count in a second. And even though it's a soft cover book, it kind of has a sleeve, I guess you'd call it. See if that actually shows up on camera. It's really tricky with the lighting. It's quite a subtle sort of faded butterfly design. Pretty cool. So if we get straight into this, obviously I'm not going to be previewing every page for obvious reasons. In fact, I'm going to pretty much skip the first 30 or so because you will see it is very text heavy, some of which is in English and some of which is in I'm not actually sure. I think it's Japanese. So we're going to start around page 35, but I forgot to show this on video, which is the contents, in case you want to pause this and have a quick read through. So a lot of you guys might know that recently I've been getting really into the Alphonse Mucha sort of Art Nouveau style. So this kind of poster style. Really like it. The sort of floral designs with the clean line art, the whole rendering style, I think is just absolutely beautiful. But yeah, I've been getting really into it and I've been buying a lot of Alphonse Mucha books. Some of them are quite cheap and easy to get hold of, and then others are a little bit more expensive. This one was really highly recommended and it's pretty affordable. I think it's around £20-25. I'll put links to where I got mine from in the description box below this video, by the way. It's really difficult to hold the whole book down because it's so big. So maybe that's something to bear in mind as well, worth mentioning. It is hard to, you can't really leave it open like this because it will just fold back up. But I've been buying these books with the intention of studying from the style, studying the Art Nouveau style, which I absolutely love, which is absolutely fantastic. But a lot of the other books have an awful lot of filler in them. Some of them not as much as others, and obviously I'm talking from the perspective of the Art Nouveau style, but there are still sort of painterly styles that he does, and sketches. The sketches are actually really beautiful. And just a lot of design work. Some books, for example, go more into the floral patterns and things like that, whereas this, or the ones that I'm after, are more like these. This page is just absolutely perfect for what I'm after. Again, check the links below. And it's worth watching some of those videos if you're, like me, you were only just looking for Alphonse Mucha's books and you weren't sure which ones were most appropriate for you. By the way, there is some very, very mild artistic nudity throughout, just in case you are sensitive to that. So I would say with this one, it's really highly recommended. It's from the Art Nouveau style. I was really excited for this one. I'd been after it for a while. I'd bought a few before this. And as good as this one is, I think you've got those first 30 pages that I skipped where it's just very text heavy, not much art at all. And then the next sort of 100 pages or so, like these, are really nice for the Art Nouveau style. And then after that point, I think it does start to slowly drop off and go a little bit downhill from that perspective. You've got all these bits where they talk about the advertising and things like that. You start getting to smaller images. They are still wonderful, but things like this, for me personally, I'm not really that interested in it. No disrespect to the artist, rest in peace. So it depends what you're after in the book, but I'm mentioning this because in one of my other book preview videos, this one here, which is a huge book by the way, I'll put links again below. I got that one and it was quite a cheap one, even though it's massive. The page count is nowhere near as much as this, but I think that one is definitely my favourite. This one has plenty of artwork in it again, as mentioned, but these sort of smaller, I'm not sure what you class these images are. They're nice for studying, I guess, the floral designs and stuff. But again, yeah, it's not as much what I was after in terms of a full book of this. There's an awful lot of it. But then sprinkled throughout, even after those first 100 pages, there is still absolutely beautiful artwork. Whether it's painterly, Art Nouveau, sketches, lines, or promotional sort of advertising work that he did a lot of. It's absolutely stunning work, but most people say that this is the best one. I will point out as well at the end of the book there is an awful lot of pages again that are text heavy and also not in English. So obviously from my perspective as a lazy person that doesn't speak any other language, it's not relevant to me. It's not, well, again, it's filler. The sketches here are absolutely beautiful. I would have loved to see these as, bigger pages or bigger images filling a page, for example. I think these are really nice. There's not enough of those in there. There is actually an Alphonse Mucha art book by Dover. Well, there's a few by Dover, but one of them is just a sketchbook. I don't have that one yet, so more like his pencil work. I'd like to get my hands on that one. I'd also be curious if you guys have any Alphonse Mucha books, which ones you guys like or which ones you don't like, which you'd recommend. Because the thing is, there are so many different ones now. It's impossible to know. Like for me with this one, I'm not sure out of the Art Nouveau styles that are in here, I don't know which ones are repeats from that red book I showed on camera, or which are maybe a little bit more exclusive to other books. So it is tricky to know. If you own a lot of the books, you're definitely going to be able to see a repeat of images. It can't be avoided. That being said, there is a substantial amount of artwork throughout this. Again, I am really just thinking out loud. I'm still very new to Alphonse Mucha's work. So if you guys want to give me any information in the comments below, that is greatly appreciated. That helps me out, helps others out. But hopefully this book video helps if you were considering buying this book. It's definitely the highly recommended one, and I would still recommend it because it is a very good price. I just think there's a lot of extra in here that maybe isn't necessary. You guys know what I mean. So I'm going to leave it at that, guys. Oh, in fact, let's just check quickly the page count. We're talking close to 360 pages in total. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video and found it useful. Let me know which books you guys want to see previews of next. And of course, make sure that you subscribe to the channel. It really helps me out a lot. Thanks so much for watching, everyone.